Welcome to Holic Police Dashcam. Today you're about to see things you won't believe. Stuff you've never seen anywhere else. From a criminal who fired 11 rounds but only wounded his target, leading to a shootout where he didn't live to see tomorrow. Then there's an even wilder gunfight breaking out right in the street, and a cocky off-road driver who challenged police and paid the price. And that's just the beginning. I want you to experience the rest for yourself. The madness is real, and it's all in this video. Go full screen, because it starts right now. Sunday, May 11, 2025, Nashville, Tennessee. What seemed like an ordinary day quickly turned violent. A staff member was gunned down outside the Nashville rescue mission, and the suspect was identified as 29-year-old Tadarius Milan Hunt. The manhunt to bring him to justice had begun. With a warrant out for attempted murder, Officer Jaron Brees spotted Hunt casually jogging along Division Street near 8th Avenue. Officer Clayton Lewis moved in from the opposite direction to assist. Hunt was confirmed to be armed, and the encounter escalated fast. As police approached, Hunt pulled out a 9mm pistol and opened fire, wounding Officer Lewis in the leg. Police returned fire immediately, sparking a tense gunfight on the bridge. The officer was shot, yet still fought back. Truly commendable. But charging at an armed murder suspect without cover and before backup arrived, that was a bold move. Some might say too risky. Hunt was taken to Vanderbilt Medical Center, where he later died without ever facing a courtroom or formal arrest. Officer Lewis sustained minor injuries, was treated, and released. A deadly end to a violent encounter. Even a routine traffic stop can turn into a deadly encounter in the blink of an eye. That's exactly what happened in Washington County, Arkansas, November 11, 2018, at 12:43 p.m. Sergeant Brett Thompson attempted to stop a blue Saturn on South Barrington Road. But the moment he stepped out without warning, the driver, 29-year-old Luis Cobos Zenobio, opened fire.
So you may be trying to hide something underneath the driver's seat. Shots fired! Shots fired! Jesus! Shots fired, County.
They say the shootout sent that Mitsubishi into full reverse like it was screaming, "Not today, Satan, not today," and rumor has it, it's still backing down rural roads somewhere in America to this day.
County, I need units now!
Gunfire erupted on the side of the road. Sergeant Thompson reacted instantly, returning fire without hesitation. Luis Cobos Zenobio jumped back into his vehicle and fled the scene, dropping off a female passenger along the way before tearing through the cities of Springdale and Fayetteville. During the pursuit, he continued firing at officers. The chase finally ended at the intersection of Don Tyson and South Thompson, where he was surrounded and taken into custody. Cobos Zenobio was shot in the shoulder and treated at the hospital before being taken into custody. He was charged with attempted capital murder, aggravated assault, and resisting arrest. But the story didn't end there. In August 2019, Luis Cobos Zenobio was killed inside his jail cell, murdered by his cellmate Dakota Harvey. May 8, 2025, 7:20 p.m., Columbus, Ohio. A frantic 911 call reported gunfire in the streets, screaming chaos and a suspect on the run. The target, a gray Chevrolet Tahoe with oversized rims. Within moments, Columbus officers were rolling. Shortly after arriving on scene, officers spotted the suspect's vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver floored it, kicking off a wild, real-life Grand Theft Auto chase. The Tahoe tore through alleys, construction zones, and busy city streets, weaving northeast and south at reckless speeds, constantly changing direction in a chaotic dash to escape. Using the size of his vehicle, the suspect rammed multiple patrol cars and took off again. As air support was called in, ground units held formation tight, coordinated, and relentless, closing the net despite every reckless move.
Ram 71, 952, number 1 again. He's losing control. At Oklahoma. They hold him out. Let's just go into the elements now.
The spike strip strategy was deployed, but the suspect's vehicle rolled right over it, unfazed. The sheer number of patrol cars flashing past the camera said it all. This was serious, and backup was pouring in from all directions. What followed were hard-hitting blocks and a full surround, but it still wasn't enough to keep him down. The standoff was far from finished. Rear strikes weren't enough to stop the beast, so police changed tactics. This time, a brutal hit to the side sent the massive vehicle flipping onto its roof, all four wheels sky high. Within seconds, officers swarmed in and locked down the scene. With guns drawn, officers ordered the suspect to show his hands. He responded with hostility. Within seconds, they yanked him through the passenger window, slammed him to the ground, and cuffed him. No shots fired, but the takedown was brutal, fast, and final. Thursday, December 16, 2021, Atlanta, Georgia. Near GA13 South at Sydney Marcus Blav, Officer A. Apontegate tried to stop a silver Honda Civic for illegal cellphone use, but the driver, Carlton McDonald, had other plans. He floored it, launching a high-speed chase straight through the heart of Atlanta.
13 South coming up on Farmer.
The suspect cut across lanes and shoulders, shattering traffic laws as the pursuit raged down GA13 South. It was fast, reckless.
Passing Armor. Right shoulder, heavy traffic.
Clear right shoulder, heavy traffic. Are you clear? We copy your station, what's location?
13 South coming up on exit 8.
Copy 13 South, now on next 80 cars.
Hit the wall, hit a white van.
Clear it.
Police attempted a PAT, but it failed. Meanwhile, the driver of a white car, likely panicking, steered straight into a ditch trying to avoid the danger.
Still 13 South coming up on P Street.
Clear, still 13 South, now on P Street.
Hit. 1050, 1052, 1018.
This time, the PAT hit home, sending the Civic spinning into a concrete wall. Debris flew everywhere, and the tire rolled dozens of feet. The car stopped, facing the opposite direction, the engine dead. The commands came immediately.
Driver's crawling around the car, still not compliant. Got 3 more in the car. Get your damn hands up! Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the fucking ground! On the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground now! You run, it's gonna be bad for you. Get on the fucking ground! I don't give a fuck!
One officer, 2 suspects, and a situation spiraling out of control. The driver ignored commands, reached under the seat, and flat out refused to surrender. Even after a taser deployment, he fought back, triggering a violent struggle. At one point, he even tossed the handcuffs into a storm drain, pushing the scene into full-blown danger mode.
Move, you understand? Get on the fucking ground! Stop!
What is going on here? They had time to film the video, but no one stepped in to help the police. This is horrible.
Stop! No! Put your fucking hands behind your back! Yes, I'm complying. Here you go. Here you go. Come on, come on, come on. Right there. I'm not permitted to be engaged. Yeah, that's good enough. Let me tighten it a little more. Stop!
The scene was cleared only when backup arrived, and both suspects were handcuffed. Inside the Civic, a loaded handgun, $892 in cash, individually packaged marijuana, rolling papers, gift cards, and credit cards in various names, a card reader, and stolen retail merchandise, guns, drugs, fraud. This traffic stop turned up more than just a moving violation. January 22, 2025, Fort Smith, Arkansas. At 1:40 p.m., a Sebastian County deputy attempted a traffic stop near Highway 71, but the driver bolted, igniting a dangerous high-speed chase as sirens wailed and the suspect weaved recklessly through traffic. What began as a stop quickly turned into a high-stakes pursuit.
left moving around lane. No, 4, speeding 100, trying to hit him right now.
Officers pursued Bruce as he recklessly sped northbound, swerving erratically and blowing through red lights, showing complete disregard for public safety. A Pete maneuver was executed, but the suspect still refused to stop.
Come here around him, bud. I get the dog up. Still northbound, 731, same hour. We're headed back, north Tahoe. Suburban and Wendy, please 85. No Chevy plates.
He blew through red lights and twisted through countless turns, somehow avoiding injury to anyone. But luck doesn't last forever. Maybe it'll take a hard wake-up call for him to realize just how wrong this was. The suspect veered off Towson Avenue into an apartment complex, then tore across an open field, dust flying like a scene straight out of an old war epic. Seizing the moment, one officer struck the rear passenger side wheel. Another unit boxed in the driver's side. The car was trapped, pinned in the middle. Still refusing to surrender, the suspect jerked a wheel in frustration, shouted angrily, and flicked his cigarette in defiance. He ignored repeated commands to exit the vehicle. Officers spotted a knife tucked into his front pocket and watched as he reached for it. To prevent a deadly escalation, they shattered the passenger window while K9 Rick dove in. A brief but intense struggle followed before Bruce was yanked out and taken down hard.
Buddy, hey, back out! Hang on, Bass! Hang on, Bass! Fucking! Bass! Bass, back up!
David A. Bruce, after receiving medical clearance, was booked into Sebastian County Detention Center on multiple charges, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, resisting arrest, and second-degree battery for assaulting an officer.
Hey, please get off of me! Get out of the car! Get off of me! Get out of the car! Get on the ground! I cannot get him off of you till you get on the ground! Straight to the ground! Go sit out! Knock it off! My dog! Quit fighting my dog! Fucking!
Despite acting innocent and repeatedly asking, "What have I done?" the suspect quickly learned the hard way. Arkansas police don't hesitate. But here's another question. Should bystanders really be getting close to film police action in such dangerous situations?
Go the wrong way, I can see you.
I-26 East, milepost 17, South Carolina. A routine traffic stop turned explosive when a trooper spotted a gray Toyota Tundra with Virginia plates. As the officer approached, the driver slammed the accelerator, no hesitation, no warning, launching a full-throttle pursuit down the interstate.
Robert's going, I think. 1038. Virginia 1028 Zulu Romeo Yankee 4083 ZRY 4083. Just take it off on me.
What's your original violation then?
1057 vehicle 101 18, taking the exit 18 on the 85 northbound off road, going back onto I-26.
What's your speed and driving?
He stepped on the gas and sped down the highway, then suddenly swerved across the grass and made a wild U-turn. In a daring move, he crashed into the patrol car and disappeared in a cloud of dust. A challenge.
Wrong way on 26.
So proceed for Jamaica is driver. Okay, going the wrong way on 26.
The suspect kept going, exiting I-85 at exit 118. The speed, still over 100 miles per hour. No sign of slowing down.
4
Southbound. Wrong way on. Wrong way.
What's his plan here? Or is this just a joyride to sharpen his getaway skills? Looping through grassy fields like it's a game. Pure madness. A reckless stunt that pushes the patience of law enforcement to the edge.
What's your speed and driving?
47, we just got back on the exit 68. I'm trying to pit. Taking it right on Fort Prince. Fort Prince Road, going top.
What's your speed and driving?
No speed, 48 and climbing.
The chase roared on, faster, riskier, and more defiant than ever. Officers executed a PAT on a quiet stretch of road, hoping to end it then and there. But the suspect wasn't fazed. Shaking it off like nothing happened, he hit the gas again, doubling down on his reckless escape.
1050, 1050, 1050. He's taking off again. 1010, taking a ride on the Leopard Road. I believe my vehicle's disabled.
This is County Bravo 25. Can you give me a vehicle description?
Gray Toyota Tundra.
After the crash, the suspect veered onto Leopard Ride and into the Bonnie Plants area. Officers tracked the tire marks closely, but soon the trail vanished.
Speed and driving location.
I've lost sight of him.
Officers searched every corner, calling in backup units as the hunt intensified. With reinforcements arriving, the search pressed on. No hiding place would last for long. Morning of July 11th, 2022, 9:40 a.m., Little Rock, Arkansas. Police were alerted to a stolen Chevrolet Suburban spotted in the area. Officer C. Hall located the SUV at a busy intersection, but when signaled to stop, the suspect hit the gas. What followed was a tense pursuit through multiple neighborhoods. The Suburban tore through Little Rock, blowing past parking lots and narrowly missing children crossing near a park. Despite coordinated efforts by Little Rock PD and ASP, the suspect kept pushing forward, turning city streets into a war zone of near misses and rising danger.
Still southbound. Looks like we're passing
The suspect recklessly swerved into oncoming traffic, using narrow streets to evade capture, putting countless lives at risk with every turn.
Come up to the intersection of Monroe, Secondary, Holic.
At 70 miles per hour through narrow residential streets, the suspect nearly crashed into another car. Fortunately, the driver swerved just in time, avoiding disaster by seconds. Blowing through red lights one after another, the suspect gave drivers plenty of heart-stopping moments. The chase raged on through long city streets, and it was clear he had no intention of stopping anytime soon. At times he led police through scenic roads, lush trees, cool air, and open lanes. If not for the sirens and high speeds, you'd think he was out for a peaceful drive, not fleeing a felony. Oh man, my heart nearly dropped when he squeezed between a massive semi and a compact car. That was beyond reckless. Police attempted a PIT, but it didn't pack enough punch. He's still going, still pushing past every limit. Without missing a beat, officers launched a second PAT. This time, the hit landed clean. The suspect's car spun out, slammed into a utility pole, and came to a dead stop. Guns drawn, tension peaked, until the driver raised both hands in surrender. After a wild, high-risk chase, it ended in silence.
Southbound. Get on the ground, boys! I got the driver. You got the driver? You got the driver, I got passenger. I got passenger. You got passenger? Get out of fucking
Police found meth and paraphernalia, leading to charges of vehicle theft and reckless fleeing. Dashcam footage went viral, with widespread praise for the Arkansas State Police's bravery and professionalism in defusing the threat.
June 19, 2024, Clayton County, Georgia. Police tracked a stolen vehicle to Hidden Hollow Trail and quickly surrounded it. The suspect raised both hands. But is it really that simple? Let's find out.
Be pulling into 9520 Hidden Hollow Trail, hold traffic 1 gunpoint. See your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
It was clearly premeditated. The suspect left the engine running and took off the moment officers gave commands. Igniting a high-speed pursuit on North AR, he floored it, hitting speeds up to 100 miles per hour, forcing officers into a tense and dangerous chase.
Radio, taking off, taking off, taking off. Radio gonna be taking off. Nope. Like I want. Alright, we're gonna be passing Austin Lane. Speeds are 100, traffic light.
At high speed, there were moments when he almost veered off the lane with dust flying everywhere. Luckily, he managed to regain control of the steering wheel just in time. The suspect repeatedly swerved into the oncoming lane, forcing innocent drivers to swerve onto the grass just to avoid a head-on collision. Every second was nerve-wracking.
As soon as I can open it, I'm going to take a...
As he accelerated, he spotted the spike strip and quickly swerved to avoid it. But as soon as he avoided one hazard, he had to avoid other cars. While speeding at high velocity, he lost control and veered into a forest. Luckily, he managed to avoid oncoming cars, showing at least some conscience in the midst of the chaos. Amidst the chaos, with dust flying everywhere, he had the brilliant idea of abandoning the car and escaping on foot. He thought his feet were the best means of escape.
It's gonna be a white man with short hair. I believe he's gonna have on a gray shirt. Huh? Yeah, tell him come on.
He had no idea dozens of officers and a pack of eager K9s were right behind him. After just a few minutes of searching, police found him hiding in a ditch.
I got you.
Soaked to the bone, he was whining about being cold, but honestly, the real reason he couldn't run far might just be those sagging pants. Guess it's pretty hard to sprint when your jeans are working against you.
You understand me? Hey, bro, come grab. Come here. Keep your fucking hands up. Come here, fucking thing. Oh, you got your knife? Yeah. Woo! I didn't go crazy, my guy. Yeah. You lucky, kiddo?
On the way to the police station, the suspect spoke to the police, expressing remorse. But it was too late. Now he must pay the price for his actions, stealing a car, fleeing from police, and endangering others on the road. February 10th, 2023, Tampa, Florida. At 2:55 a.m., a simple red light violation at Howard and Kennedy unraveled fast. The driver, a young woman visiting from Orlando, flashed a smile, but had no license or registration, just a digital insurance card and a growing list of questions. What happens when charm meets the law?
Okay, you ran a red light back there at Howard and Kennedy. What's that? Okay, do you have your registration with you?
I planned on it, but I didn't.
Okay. All right, hang tight and check your license, okay? All right, Melissa, do you mind stepping? Okay, do you mind stepping out? I want to. There's cars that come by here pretty fast.
What's your reasoning?
Well, I'll tell you once we get over the sidewalk. I don't want to stand here in the middle of the street and get by a car. Sure. Just go right over here. That way we're out on the road. Okay. What I want to do. Oh, you didn't have to bring all that stuff. Yeah, you can hold it in your hand. Okay.
She stepped out with confidence, model figure, minimal outfit, and a smile that could disarm most. Her voice was sweet, her gestures even sweeter. But would charm be enough to sway the officers? Or were they already 2 steps ahead of the act?
Try to keep your head still. Try to keep your head. Again, keep your eyes on that line, okay? It's very important.
Sorry, I know you're still going.
It's very important that you stop moving your head up and down and talking and stuff like that. Because what happens is it moves your head.
Sorry,
and I can't see. I can't see what I'm looking for in your eyes. Okay. There's just a couple other exercises I'm going to ask you to do. Okay. You want to put that?
I'm sorry. What's the reasoning for this?
Well, there's quite a few reasons. Okay.
Showing clear signs of impairment, the suspect wobbled through sobriety tests and fumbled her words, yet stayed eerily calm. She refused to hand over her keys, forcing officers to act. This wasn't just a stop. It was a slow-burn standoff. Would her subtle defiance fizzle out, or explode into something far worse?
I'll just have you come right back up here. All right, I'm gonna give you some very specific instructions, okay? And I know you said you had difficulty concentrating because of...
I mean, I have ADHD, like,
yeah.
bad.
And I'm gonna take that into consideration. If you have to ask me questions when I'm done telling you how to do this, then you'll have an opportunity to ask me questions. But try your very best. When I tell you to start walking, I want you to take 9 heel-to-toe steps, counting your steps out loud as you walk down this line, okay? But I want you to start yet, okay? 2? I don't want you to start yet. When I tell you to. So go ahead and put your left foot on the line. Right foot in front of your left foot so it touches. Now I'll tell you when to start, okay? But I have to first show you how to do it. So when I tell you to start, you'll take 9 heel-to-toe steps, counting your steps out loud as you walk down the line. You're then going to turn around.
It's always entertaining to hear the endless excuses during a field sobriety test. It's cold. I have ADHD. My legs are sore. My shoes are too tight. It's windy. I'm so tired. I've been driving all day. How many more excuses do you think they'll come up with?
Okay. Next, what I want you to do is you can stand right there. just put your feet together and then arms down to your side. Now you can forget about the line because we're not going to use it for this, okay? Back together like you're praying, just like this, okay? So hold them together. Don't interlace your fingers quite yet. Just hold them like that where you're praying, okay?
Police found marijuana residue, drug paraphernalia, and a hidden cannabis joint. She was quickly arrested. I love how she went from playing coy to acting tough on the way to the station. She claimed her rights were violated, threatened to sue, and even boasted about her rich family. What do you think of her reaction?
I'm gonna have you have a seat in my car. So like I said, we are gonna go down to the jail, okay? And I'm gonna ask you to do a breath test when we get there, okay? Are you willing to do that?
What are my rights?
Well, you don't have to take the breath test, okay? You can refuse it. There's no penalty for refusing it. I don't think there is. I gotta look at your driver. Have you ever been arrested before? In your license, okay? Does that answer your question?
From flirting to threatening the police, all of it was in vain. In the end, she faced charges for DUI, possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, and traffic violations. This woman failed to use her charm to get out of trouble. But what did the next woman do to completely ruin a police officer's career? Stay tuned to find out.
Today's video was pretty wild, right? But trust me, tomorrow's will blow your mind even more. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and drop a comment below. See you next time.